Okay, so if you guys have been watching Shaytards, you know that every Monday we do a thing called Meatless Monday, Meatless Monday. We need a jingle for Meatless Monday, Meatless Monday. Today we're gonna do a recipe here on ShayLoss for what you guys can make at home, a different little thingy thing that you want to call it, and we're gonna show you exactly how to make it today on ShayLoss. Cue the intro. Alright, so here are your ingredients. This is the quinoa. It looks like sand or sesame seeds.
It's spelled Q-U. It's a Q-U word.
Just go to your local grocery store and say, I want the quinoa! Quinoa, whatever. So, okay, tell us our ingredients, Mommy Tizzle.
We have quinoa, and then all of the power-packed awesomeness.
Power-packed
cilantro,
awesomeness.
Lime, jalapeno, green pepper,
tomato, onion, garlic. Don't forget these two. Even if you don't like garlic and onion, I think you should still put it in because it pops a lot of flavor in there for you.
But if you don't like onion and garlic, the recipe actually
then you're stupid. Okay, let's move on.
Have that in it. I just added that. So.
It makes it taste a lot better. Trust me. If you're like, I don't like onions, though, Shay, just shut your mouth and put it in there. It'll be good. You can even taste it. I'm like your mom. You don't know if you don't like it until you've tried it. So, anyways, add the onion and garlic.
And then a can of corn and a can of black beans.
And then some salt.
Salt.
Ground cumin, olive oil. And then we usually like put it on tortillas or chips. Where'd the chips go, dog? Dog, there's the chips. Go grab the chips, dog. Okay, so let's get going. What do we do first, Mommy Tard?
Just as a salad. First, you gotta get the quinoa, and depending on how well it's packaged, you should rinse it first. 2 cups of quinoa.
How did you rinse yours?
Well, you get a fine strainer. And since I didn't have one, I just stuck it in a bowl and like tried to put the water in, and then it's interesting because if it bubbles up, that means it needed rinsed. But if it doesn't bubble up, it didn't need rinsed.
What? That's weird.
I don't know. It's a weird thing. We have a makeshift pan lid because I couldn't find the lid to the pan. So you cook it like rice. You put it in like 3 cups water to 2 cups quinoa.
Remember that, 3 cups water, 2 cups quinoa.
Yeah, and then you boil it for about. You put it on simmer for about 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Just watch it. And do you stir it as you go?
Yeah. Not the whole time, but every like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, so watch it. 20 minutes, stir it up.
So ours is done now.
Looks like it's done. It's going to kind of look like rice.
And if there's any puddles of water or anything, then it's not done. You have to let all the water kind of cook out, so it's just moist and awesome.
Should look like that. And then you should make sure you throw some all over.
Dump some all over the.
That's good.
Yeah.
Makes it taste better.
It does. It's awesome.
Because I didn't have lunch yet.
Yeah, dude, we're making lunch right now, yeah! Usually, we have everything cut up before she cooks the quinoa, because then you can just mix it all in, but it's kind of like...
While it's cooking, because it takes 20 minutes.
It takes 20 minutes, so yeah, right as you put it on, start cutting up all your vegetables and stuff. So it's kind of like salsa, right? You cut up, how fine do you cut it? Think about your texture. You don't want it too small, you know, and you're going to kind of like be dipping chips in it. So that's a good little dice of the tomatoes.
I love cilantro, so I get like a whole bunch of cilantro.
But when you cut up your jalapeno and garlic, you want to make those very, very fine. Like, if you don't like this stuff especially, you want it, because you don't want a giant bite of jalapeno in your quinoa.
I washed my hands.
Good, you can start cutting stuff. Whoa! Easy on the quinoa, hand face. So chop these up really fine. So we're going to do that right now.
Okay, we got the jalapeno.
Okay, so you want to cut this like a green pepper, because if you eat the seeds in here, the seeds are what make it really hot, right?
I don't know. I never touch the seeds.
Here's a lesson to the wise. Pro tip for jalapeno. If you're cutting jalapenos, do not cut your eye. I mean, don't cut your eye. But if you're cutting jalapenos and all of a sudden you're like, hey, my eye itches, resist the temptation to put your finger in your eye. Because guess what? Jalapeno in the eye does not feel good. Also, story from my past, when I used to cut jalapenos, I shouldn't tell this story.
You should tell this story.
But there was a guy who I worked with who was cutting jalapenos, and this is so gross. His testicles itched. So he itched his testicles.
Oh no!
Guess what happens when you have jalapeno juice on your testicular area? That's a hot testicular area!
Oh,
this stuff will burn. And I learned the hard way once when I was making salsa with my mom and dad, and I itched my eyes. And then my eyes were burning. And my dad, I ran to the shower and was like in the shower, and my dad went and got a gallon of milk and was like pouring it in my eye. Because like milk kind of helps, you know, get rid of that. I think it like neutralizes it or whatever. So
wash your hands really good when you're done.
When you're done digging all these seeds out, wash your hand and Just don't touch the private sensitive areas of the body, trust me. It's not a fun time. So now that I have it all like cleaned out, I'm gonna dice this up, the jalapeno.
Dice it up and don't put it in your eye.
It smells spicy. Okay, another pro tip. So take your jalapeno. What I like to do is like cut slices down the middle, you know what I mean? So it looks like a bunch of fingers like that. And then when you go like this, you already have a little dice there action for you. It makes it easier in the long run. Work smarter, not harder, silly. See that? Once you slice it down the middle and then you cut it across, then it's all diced, you know, and pretty fine. And I'll probably chop it up a little bit more, just so, you know, you don't, like I said, get a big chunk of jalapeno. But that saves a lot of time on the cutting. A little tip for you. I used to work in a kitchen. I know my way around a knife. All right, for all you vampires out there, you better watch out, because we have the garlic.
The garlic.
Why is that? The vampires are afraid of garlic. So it makes the blood sour, maybe. That's why.
It does. It makes you smell funny.
Don't you know your Transylvania lore?
I don't.
This is a head of garlic or a clove of garlic.
I'm trying to break it apart. I got one of them off so far.
Once you break it apart, they are like in these little cloves like this. You've all seen garlic before. And then you're going to chop this up, dice it, dice it, chop it, slice it. Oh, do we have one of those things?
Oh, there we go.
We need one of those like slap choppers.
We don't have one.
That would sure save us a lot of time, wouldn't it?
Yes, it really.
The slap chop, one and only, 20% off. Call now. Dang it, we don't have one.
The ninja.
I say the more garlic, the better, because it really makes it taste delicious.
It does make it taste good.
Yeah. So what are we doing here? One head or one thing?
No,
what's it called? A clove?
Not a whole thing. That's too much.
Okay, so how many are you gonna do?
Maybe that many.
That many? Okay, I want you to add one more. I was gonna, hey-oh, see? I was gonna say whatever you said, I'm gonna put one more in.
Okay.
Because I always like to go overboard. Ha! Okay, so we got 5 cloves of garlic. Now, Mommy Tar was just doing something. I'm like, what you doing, Mommy Tar? Why are you squishing it?
Garlic is hard to get. I mean, if you've ever tried to get this stuff off the garlic, it's really difficult. So it helps if you cut off the end of it first, and then you put the knife over it, and then you push on it and kind of like crush it. Because then it loosens up the skin so that you can pull it off.
It's easier to peel it off. Don't cut yourself. We do not.
Be careful.
We are not liable for any fingers lost making quinoa.
Maybe you should have an adult do it.
I remember the time Mommy Tar was almost cut her finger off, like cutting something, and she was like kind of halfway.
Yeah, that's because she was mad at me. She's like, I'm gonna cut one of my fingers off and teach him a lesson.
I was?
And then she tried to put it in our food, and I was like, I don't want your finger. You don't remember when you tried to cut your finger off?
I don't.
Me neither. I think Sundhart's just making that up.
I'm sure it's happened to you before. But
when? What was she cutting?
She was like, I think she was like cutting a cucumber, and she was like.
You know what? When I was cutting a tomato when me and Mommy first got married.
It was an apple.
It was an apple?
It was an apple.
Are you sure?
You were cutting up some apples for us for lunch.
I thought I was cutting a tomato for your sandwich. Maybe it was an apple.
I remember.
Anyways, I had like 7 stitches right here. And I remember because this was like a week after we'd been married, and I walk in the bathroom and I'm just pouring blood. My hand is like pouring blood. I'm like, honey, I think I need to
tell him.
Yes, I'm gonna tell him. I said, honey, I think I need to go to the hospital. I cut myself. She goes, are you serious? And I'm like dripping blood on the floor. I go, nah, I'm just kidding. Then she looked at me like, oh, well obviously you're serious.
He is a trickster. You know, that could have been.
There was blood pouring from my hand. See that scar? That's a love scar right there. See that?
Aww.
See that?
It sucked because we were really poor and we're like,
how are we going to pay for this?
That's expensive.
Be careful. Always cut away from you. Don't. That was my problem, is I was holding it in my hand, cutting down towards my hand. You always want to cut away from your hand. So here's what we got so far. 2 tomatoes diced, 1 jalapeno. You saw how big it was, like that big. And then 5 cloves of garlic. So we're going to put them all in this bowl here. Just mix them all up. Oh man, every little piece of garlic. As soon as Mommy Tart started cutting this, oh yeah, it started to come together, man. It smells. Well, I might want to throw another one in there.
No.
Maybe too much?
No, you have to wait. That's why it's always better to start with less.
Yeah, because you can add to it later. Okay, so that's what we got. 2 tomatoes, a hot pepper, what's it called? Jalapeno. And 5 things of 5 cloves of garlic. And we're gonna mix it all up. Okay, what's next?
We got onions, green pepper.
Green pepper. And the cilantro, silly cilantro. It's so silly, so silly. And this smells good too. I'm excited. This is always the worst part. Cutting the onion. Okay, so just like the jalapeno, here's a little trick. First, I set it up. I cut all the skin off, and then I cut it this way, and then this way. So you see, look, it's like all these little onion fingers that are like poking up and flipping you off.
Like a blooming onion.
Yeah, exactly, like a blooming onion. Then you throw it on its side and just go like this. Check that out. It is all diced all the time, every time, fresh and easy. Oh, now I'm really starting to cry. What, isn't there something you can do to, you don't like light a candle or something?
I heard if you hold a match in your mouth.
No, that just makes you look tough.
That doesn't make any sense.
Makes you look like Cobra, Sylvester Stallone style.
Oh, yeah.
So that way, if you slice it all, check that out, dude. It's all diced nice and finely. It makes it a lot easier. But just be very careful. Set your onion up, slice it this way, then slice it this way, and then throw it on the side, and then you dice nice.
Dice is so nice.
And then they're finely diced. I'm gonna throw those in there, like that. And always wash your hands.
I don't think we want the whole onion though.
Oh,
Half
really?
of that onion's for the salsa.
Always
So
wash
just
your
half
hands,
the
which
onion.
brings us back to why was that dude scratching his testicular area when he was cutting vegetables?
Yeah, right?
I mean, when it itches, you gotta itch.
seriously. I didn't think of it the other way around. Ew.
Okay, now this is Mommy Tard's very favorite part is the cilantro. So how much did you put? Basically a bunch.
You start just chopping up the top of the bunch until you get down to where most of the stems are sticking out. Because you don't want too much stem. You just want most of the leaf. And then I start picking out the leaves.
Sticky icky.
I don't really know if that's the right way to do it, but that's why I do it.
Yeah. So
Then we just
basically
chop it all
one
up.
of these, you
Yeah.
know, with the rubber band around it, like the top leafy half.
The bunch.
You don't have to chop this up as fine because this is really good. And sometimes it's nice and refreshing to have
Have a nice leaf.
a cilantro leaf. Don't let it get stuck in your teeth though, or you might be made fun of.
Huh?
Okay, next we're gonna open the corn and the beans. These both. Oh, this is like. It's like I can. Oh no! That's the same knife you cut the jalapeno with. Oh, I told you. I'm like, cilantro isn't supposed to be spicy. I was trying to be funny with cilantro in my teeth, and now my top lip is burning. Holy crap! See, I broke my own rule.
That's hilarious.
Oh, my nuts itch. Just kidding.
Ew.
Seriously, I can feel my whole top lip is burning now because, see, that's how
That's
strong
hilarious.
jalapenos are. That same knife that we were cutting the jalapeno with, she cut the cilantro with, and it was on that leaf, and now it's like burning my top lip.
I think you cut
careful.
it with that one though.
Well, some's burning.
I know.
Does cilantro burn? It feels like it's jalapeno.
It was probably because you didn't wash your hands.
No, or it was
Like
on
I
that
still have
cutting board.
cilantro on my
That's
hands.
why, because I cut the jalapeno on that cutting board, and then we switched to cut the. See, seriously, be careful with the jalapeno. Just keep all things away from your face. Dang it!
Keep the jalapeno away from
All right.
everything else.
Anyways, I'm just gonna have to deal with this burning now. It really hurts. Now we're gonna open the corn and the beans. Now you say you have to rinse these.
Well, you don't have to rinse the corn. You drain the corn.
Okay. And if you watched yesterday's One Take Sunday, you saw. Oh my heck! I forgot how to use this thing.
That's why I don't really want one. So I can't ever get it to work.
Why did we get to work? Okay.
I made it cut.
Did it.
Oh, good job!
Okay. Oh, it's seriously burning.
I feel bad for you now.
So pour
Now
it
you
in
gotta
a
drain
colander.
it, or just drain it out of the can. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But these work pretty good because then you can like shimmy it around like that.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
Do you rinse it? You don't rinse this, right?
You don't rinse the corn.
Some people were saying in the
have to.
comments yesterday that you should rinse the corn because there's
Okay,
like
rinse the
stuff
corn.
on
I
it.
don't know.
Maybe just a little bit.
I never rinse the corn. I always rinse the beans.
Okay, shake it, shake it, shake it, shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake. Tap, tap, shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake. Tap, tap, shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake. Tap, 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 tap. That really gets it out. Throw that in
You
there.
gotta do the shimmy, shake, tap, tap.
Shimmy,
down.
shimmy, shake, tap, tap. Oh, look, it's coming together, man. A delicious
Trying to look
array
really
of deliciousness. And you know what song you always sing when you open the black beans, right?
No, I did
Black
not gonna
beans
sing it.
singing in the dead of night.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Open
gonna
up
be
this
another
can and rinse them
bean.
right. Black beans. Black beans singing in the dead of night.
Black beans can sing?
Rinse them off and do it right. Black beans. You was always waiting to be a black bean. Black beans
See all the
fly
That means it needs rinse.
into the light of the dear hard night.
Dear her night?
My lip is
Dear
burning,
night.
something fierce. Black beans burning. Oh yeah, why did
Okay,
it
now I'll-
froth up like that?
No, there's no frothy.
Oh wait, what's that? Oh look, A stray piece of corn.
Hi, corn.
Okay, so rinse those out, and then don't forget to do the shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake, shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake, shimmy, 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 shake, shake. Okay, I'm ridiculous. Okay, you should probably have a spoon, but I like to do this method. You know, you just...
It makes you look cooler when you do it that way, honey.
Look at that, it's coming together,
Oh,
man.
it smells good.
That smells really good, dogs. Are we basically done?
No.
I'm ready to eat this. I'm starving.
Sauce to go. Yeah, that's the next thing. We're going to make the sauce. All right, we forgot the last vegetable.
Almost forgot the green pepper.
Green pepper.
Now these aren't as hot. Like green, you know, it says green pepper, but these aren't really hot at all. This just has a lot of flavor. But the same way, cut it in half, and then you want to get all those seeds out. You just kind of use your hand, just like get out seeds. No one likes you.
You're flipping them everywhere.
See, like that.
You seed flipper.
What
and
you call me?
it's really up to you, like whether you want the whole pepper or the half pepper. I've sort of modified this recipe according to what I like. I like a lot of tomatoes. I like half the green pepper. It's just, you know, it's just a bunch of awesome vegetables and put them all together and they taste good together. We're just gonna put half of the pepper in this time. So we're gonna save this half for the salsa that we're making later.
Yeah. Notice that too, everybody. We did half of an onion and half of a green pepper.
Yeah.
For this recipe.
Recipe.
And check out my sweet cutting skills.
Oh my gosh. It looked red on the camera. Did you guys see that? It looked red.
It's because I'm such a good actor. I made my finger look red. That's why. Call me up, Hollywood.
You're a bugger.
My lip is still burning.
I think there's cilantro on the camera right here. Yep, you guys had cilantro on you.
How
Sorry.
Okay, so we're adding our half of green pepper, bell pepper, green bell pepper. You could use red too, actually.
Yeah, you
You
could
could use like a third of a green one and a third of a red one to add a little color to
or
your
half
life.
and half. I
So-
mean, the more vegetables, the better.
Yeah. Oh, how much lime? We just squeeze the lime in there?
That goes in the sauce.
Okay, so this is all of our vegetables, basically. We got corn, black beans, cilantro, jalapeno pepper, garlic, and green bell pepper. And we're gonna mix this all up. Delicious. It smells really good. The cilantro is really popping. The cilantro and the garlic have gotten inside there, and they're like, you know, doing do-si-dos. They've hooked arms. They're like, yeehaw, let's make it smell good in here. So that's what's going on right now.
Let's throw the quinoa in.
Oh, is it time to quinoa it up? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to quinoa it up.
It kind of looks disgusting.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look disgusting.
This whole thing?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Okay, so here we go. And this is how much? 2 cups?
Yeah, that's 2 cups cooked.
2 cups cooked quinoa. And it looks like a little bit's burned to the bottom, so I'm not going to scrape it
Yeah,
very
don't
hard.
scrape it. That's
And
fine.
I'm just going to, like, that much. Okay, so there is the quinoa.
And quinoa is a very power-packed
Yeah, there's a lot of
grain.
protein in it.
Supposed to be really good, and I can't tell you exactly what's in it right now.
Yeah, Google it, but there's a lot of, like,
Google it.
good crap in it that you want in your body. So this is, this is definitely Meatless Monday, but there's a lot of protein with the beans and the quinoa combined and, like, the green. The green vegetables have a lot of protein. So you'd be surprised at how much protein is in this, actually. Actually, how many times I actually say actually? Oh, my ridiculousness. Okay, let's make the sauce. Okie dokie, now we're making the sauce.
We start with a fourth or a third a cup of oil. I always start with less.
This is 100% olive oil, right?
Olive oil, yep.
Okay. Olive oil in the bowl.
Olive oil in the bowl. In the bowl.
Cough. A lot of coughing should happen.
Don't cough on the food, though.
Yeah.
Cough away from the food.
Good thing we're family.
And then cumin, a whole tablespoon of.
Is that a
That's kind
tablespoon?
of a lot. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's a tablespoon. And then a teaspoon of salt. I always do a little bit less because, less salt in your diet is probably better. So a little bit less salt. And then you can always add it if it doesn't taste like it has enough.
Yeah, that's the thing. We just actually put a little bit more tomato. So this is probably 2.5 tomatoes because we thought it should use a little more tomato. So
Yeah.
you can add to it. After you taste it, you'll know what to add.
Right. I usually end up, I think this needs more lime, or I think this needs more salt. So
Why
you
do
can
you
always
talk
add.
like that when you-
Well, just because it's natural for me to talk like this. Okay.
So this is 2 limes. We just cut up 2 limes.
2 limes, and we just squeeze the juice.
Squeeze.
out
You need
of
some
them.
man hands in there,
I do
babe.
need some
Give me,
man
give me,
hands.
give me
Here,
that. Here,
I'll
switch me.
switch.
You gotta squeeze because I think lime juice is delicious, man.
It
so
is.
Squeeze as much, and you might even have like a juicer or a lime thing or whatever that you might have in your kitchen, technology-wise. Get as much of that lime juice in there as possible.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, it smells good too. Plus, it kind of helps with like if you are burning your lip. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's a lot better. Oh yeah, it's really neutralizing it. And then just squeeze some more into the bowl.
Yeah, just squeeze some more of your saliva in there. No problem. No
Once
biggie.
again, we're family, and we usually touch our lips to each other, and that's why we all have love for each other. All right, so 2 limes, and then are we just gonna pour this on top and we're done?
And you just kind of mix it up, and then pour it in, stir it up.
Okay,
That's your
I'm gonna cut
quinoa.
these up. Okay, so we got our olive oil, our lime, our cumin, our salt, and a little bit of Daddy Dark saliva. We mix it all up. What are you laughing at?
Ew.
You're gonna want some of our what is it called? Quinoa.
Quinoa salad.
So this is like your sauce or whatever. So mix this all up really good because you don't want a big bite of cumin. You know, who does, really? You want to make sure it's all mixed.
Remember I showed you a picture of that?
What?
Carly and her boyfriend are flirting.
They're flirting.
Is that good, you think?
Yeah, that's good,
What's that?
dog.
That's a-
You can also mix it up. I mean, sometimes
Just pour it in there.
it's put in there, but
I think it's probably smart to do it like this. That way you don't, the cumin all gets mixed up in there and the salt. Okay, so now we're going to pour this in here. Spread it around. Now my lip is burning from the lime.
yeah. Well, you should have thought of that.
Oh, plus this cut I have on my finger. The lime is really burning that cut I have on my finger. This is dangerous. This is not an easy recipe. You might die when you make this.
You might just
Be careful. Is that it, dude? Are we
Yep,
done?
that's it.
Holy crap, Olies.
Then you just taste it, and if you want to add something to it, then you add
Hold on,
something
it's
to it.
okay. We're gonna mix it all really good. You gotta mix it really well.
Yeah.
That's secret.
But remember, be safe and don't put too much of one thing in because you can't take it out once it's in there. You just have to add stuff in.
Oh, I forgot. I'm allergic to corn.
Oh
I'll
man.
just pick it out. Oh, there's one.
Good luck.
There's one. Just joshing. Okay, so let's mix it all up and let's taste this bad boy, motherfucker. Armed with these weapons, you must go into the quinoa very carefully. So I'm just gonna get a nice little chip full there.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Let me try it. I'm gonna try it just spooning.
You're just going spoonful?
Spooning. Ooh.
I love spooning. Think it needs more of something? Maybe more lime?
Nope.
No? I love lime. Dude, you can eat this like salsa, man. Just get some chip.
Is that the kind of salsa we're eating?
I'll eat that.
Maybe more cumin?
I don't know what cumin tastes like, so I wouldn't know.
It's like a
Let's
taco
ask the
seasoning.
kids, see what she thinks. Tell you what. Be honest, Princess Star. Tell us what you think.
Do you like
good?
it? Not bad?
So then what you can
It's
do
good.
is that you can get one of these wraps. This is a sun-dried tomato basil wrap.
I love
Or just a
it.
regular, tortilla. And then just put some of that in there. Maybe put a little salsa or some sour cream or something and wrap it up like a burrito. I like to get chips and crumble them up because I like crunchiness. So I'll get some chips and crumble them up inside the tortilla with the quinoa and just eat that like a burrito. Very delicious meatless Monday snack for you.
Yeah.
I like it.
Holla.
Here, baby tar, you want to try it?
No.
Cooper, you want to try it?
No.
You don't know what you're missing.
There's
Look,
too much
Princess
green.
Tart.
There's too much green stuff in it for them.
Is it good? Tell them. Convince your fellow small people.
Okay, I'll try.
See that? She just sold them. Okay, ready? Dip it in there. Dip it in there. Here, let me help you, Bob. Let me help you. Get a little thing right there. Eat that chip, bro. Eat it up. Eat it up. Eat it up. Eat it up. Yeah, dog. Yeah.
You like it?
Don't lie. Is it good? Thumbs up from Cooper.
Nice.
It's not easy getting a thumbs up from Cooper. What do you say, baby tard? Cooper and Princess Tard have tried it. You want to have a little taste?
Mm-hmm.
All right, there you go. There it is, right there. Big bite, big bite, big bite. And she usually won't eat anything, too. She's the most... What? What? We got the thumb-sucking thumbs up. Is it good? You like it? Okay, guys. Eat that whole bowl or you're grounded.
What?
He's kidding. He's kidding. I'm not kidding. My lip's still burning. I'm gonna go take a shower now and rip my lip off. It's not that bad. Try it.
Did you try it?
He gave us a
He
thumbs
did
up.
try
I told you guys that you got him to try it. What did you do?
Right? Baby, did I see?
It
See, Mom and
was
Dad?
Influence of his peers.
Peer pressure, definitely peer pressure. All right, so Meatless Monday. Thanks for joining us here on ShayLoss. Try this recipe. I don't know. We'll try to type all this stuff down below, but you know, it's pretty self-explanatory from the video. Try it out. It's really delicious. Okay, see you next time on ShayLoss. Remember, you're not fat. You just got a little extra Shay on you. Oh, rat monkeys. Let's drop the camera.